Hi, we have Timothy Douglas, who is the Senior Industry Solutions Manager for Autodesk. Thanks for being here, Timothy.
Thanks for having me.
So what are some of the challenges your industry is facing today?
Well, I think that one of the big challenges in the AEC industry today is there's a lot of fantastic technology out there that helps companies move from their current, say, two-dimensional practices to model-based or BIM-based approaches to design and construction. And I think that the biggest challenge that a lot of companies face is all this technology is fantastic, but how do I implement it? I think that fundamentally the conversation over the past couple of years has really shifted from what technology do I deploy and what does this technology do to how do I implement it in a way that's really meaningful for my business. And so I think that with that change, there's really become the need to help articulate how people can begin to implement this technology, the things they need to consider and think about before they implement it, so that they get the biggest return through their investment. And so what Autodesk has done is really delivered and is developing this BIM deployment plan. And what this plan really sets out to do is to help companies understand the things that they need to think about and consider across a whole host of issues across their business and the way that they adopt and deploy technology. And the plan is really broken into two key sections. There's a project level plan and an organizational level plan. And most companies, we find that they start out at a project level and try to figure out how they can work at a project level and then really move to indoctrinating some of these at more of a best practice at a company or organizational level. And that within each of those plans, there's a lot of synergy, as you can imagine, but really focuses on the technologies that you adopt and the things that you do across your project team. So how do you look at what you're going to do in the application of this technology? What goals do you have for implementing this technology? What are the roles and responsibilities of the people who are going to use this technology throughout the project? And so the plan really, when you look through it, there's a lot of empty tables and things for the project team to fill in, because it really is up to them to determine what their objectives are going to be, what technologies are going to be deployed, and how they're going to work together, what roles and responsibilities will happen, regardless of the project delivery method or the contract type. It really is flexible, but provides that framework for them to begin asking those questions so that they can move from, well, what technology do I deploy, to how do I deploy this technology in a way that's going to be meaningful.
All right, so what problem remains unresolved?
I think that, you know, the biggest challenge that we've seen with this, and I think the thing that we've focused on in this latest iteration, in some of the learning from the first iteration, was that I think people too often focus on the technology. And it's really not only a technology issue, it's really a people and a process issue as well. And so I think that as this plan tries to help people work through this, we've done more to focus on the things that companies and project teams need to think about from a person level. The types of skills that people need to have in order to effectively leverage the different types of technology that are being deployed across the project, the types of training that's required. So it's really a lot more focus on kind of the staffing and the process and the people components, while still enhancing some of the areas that were in there before around the technologies that are being deployed and how you should deploy them. So I think that the combination now of the technology and the people and process really creates a more holistic plan that really accounts for both the technology and the people.
Great. So how do companies find out more about Autodesk Construction Solutions?
Well, we're just wrapping up the Autodesk BIM deployment plan right now, putting some finishing touches on it. And the next release is going to be posted to Autodesk.com in the next couple of weeks, and likely mid-December.
Mid-December. All right.
So we look forward to having people get that out in the marketplace. We worked with a lot of customers, so it really, you know, embodies what our customers are doing and what they're seeing in terms of what works and what doesn't. We've tried to put that together in a document that can help other companies understand the things that they need to think about when they're implementing a model-based approach to design or construction.
All right, very good. Well, thank you for taking the time to be with us.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for being with us, too.